Alright, so here's the board. We've given it a bit of a clean after removing everything that's, or almost everything that's going to be replaced or reworked. Now, I don't know why other techs do this. Eyelet boards are one of the most serviceable amps in the world. They've got their drawbacks in terms of, you know, possible leakage and whatever. Very cheap material. Fender was very, let's say, budget-oriented at pretty much all stages of their career. But they've just cut off the old film caps, the ones that they've replaced, and they've left the leads in the eyelet. Some of these eyelets are very, very tight to get the leads in the first place, so you want to make sure you remove the actual... It's just heat the solder joint and pull the lead out. Like, I don't understand why people cut it, and if you do cut it, get the old fucking lead out of the hole, man. It's not that hard. I don't know, it blows my mind how some people just could not give a flying fuck about what they do. It's just super weird. Anyway, moving on. In some of the tighter holes that had multiple leads going through, instead of removing the lead and having enough room to put the new lead in, they've just tack soldered the new cap to the top of the eyelet with a big blob of solder on top. So we'll be removing all the film caps and cleaning up those eyelets. And that clears the board, allows us to clean underneath and everything as well. There's probably nothing wrong with those caps. I think they're somewhat generic, but I have seen them before and they haven't given any issues and they perform fine, so we'll leave them in. Up this end, we've disconnected all the mains. I've just removed the plug to save it hanging around, dangling around like a friggin' long dangly thing. Oh, you'd think I'd be used to that by now, but anyway. So we'll maybe clean up this solder joint a bit. I like to have a little bit more flow on the solder than a blob sitting on top of the metal, just to inspire confidence for the main ground there. And I've removed the, well, of course I've removed the mains lead, but I'm not going to reuse this eyelet down here because it's mounted to the transformer hardware. We're just going to mount the safety ground right next to these grounds on the chassis itself. And we're going to wire it up properly according to safety regulations here in Australia. We're going to go active to the fuse tip, fuse ring to the switch, switch to the transformer, and neutral always connected to the other end of the transformer primary. Now, I think the transformer's been replaced in the past because this is 240 volts. Let's flip it over and just quickly have a look at the codes. Ah, so it's a triad. 6452L. Is that 64? I wonder if that's 52nd week of 64. So like last week of 64. Don't know. But triad's good gear. I think they're still around actually. Yeah, they are still around. I just bought this not long ago. It's like 100 watt, 24 volt or 12 volt or something toroidal, because I'm going to make a power MOSFET matching device. It's a 2x15. Yeah, they're now made in China, but what isn't, bro? So I've got that weird ground connection going to the actual transformer casing there, which means that the ground's got to go through the chassis and through the screws and everything, which isn't fantastic, but it's either that or extend the lead. At the moment it's working fine, so we can just leave that as is. Just a close look at the valve sockets there. They're in pretty good condition. No Vaseline smeared on them like you often see. They've got those grommets and the grounding wires which can stay there. Not really critical. And you can see up here that preamp one that's been replaced, they just fixed it directly to the chassis and didn't bother with that wire. They just unsoldered that. Look, all of this works. It's all fine. We'll give the sockets a clean, but besides that, we can reuse them as is. Happy days, champions. So back to work. Now, one thing I didn't notice when I first opened it up, that's the original signature of the builder. Unfortunately, it's not a Lupe. Lupe Lopez, I think, was the, you know, if you got a Lupe, you got a really good one, because she was a fantastic builder. She was one of the best there. And the Lupe versions are particularly revered. It would be an honour to work on one knowing that Lupe built it. It's already an honour to work on an amp this old anyway that's in such good condition. But yeah, if anyone recognises, it looks like HIL or LIL maybe. I'm not sure. It could be scratched away a bit as well. But if anyone recognises that initial there, please let me know in the comments. Alright, we've got all the caps removed. Just going to get in there, get the old leads out, and then get a bit of solder sucky action happening. I'll leave that off camera, champions. I don't want to get demonetized. Problem is the factory board, they really wrap the leads around, make a big hook. So removing the old leads can be a bit tricky. Maybe that's why old mate didn't bother. I can't collect enough money by doing the job properly. You're crazy. That's how all old mates sound. I don't know how to do this. What do you mean, mate? The barrel on this pace is kind of annoyingly thick. It's not as maneuverable as the old Hakko, so bear that in mind when you're shopping for a new iron option. I can't get this lead out. I'm gonna have to get some pliers. Need some force. Even less maneuverable. Here we go. Like, I don't do it, but I do get why people do the J hooking on circuit boards, because if you've got a single-sided circuit board or even a double-sided and the leads are folded over the bottom, you're risking damage by trying to remove that lead, or you're risking a lot of time in some cases to flip the board. So I do understand why they do it. I've made the personal decision to aim a bit higher than that, but as a result my repairs are a bit more expensive. If people want cheap repairs, I can go to the guy that does that. Nothing against them, nothing personal. I just don't want to do it, and I prefer to lift the board and try to make it look like it should have looked from the factory. Call me crazy, but the other thing that freaks me out about turrets is, oh, fucking hell. Take two. The other thing that freaks me out about eyelets, champions, is you don't know how much solder's been shoved into that thing over the years. And looking in there, I think I can see a little side of a blob, a little elephant's foot under there that needs to be cleaned up. People just shove half a metre of solder into one eyelet, and it collects underneath, and it can dislodge in the future and go and short stuff out or whatever. So I'll just have a look with the mirror. Just remove that pot for a second. And see if we can see under that. And yeah, there is a blob of solder under there, so I'll just get in there and melt, probably add some extra solder to melt that and pick it up again. Yeah, a little bit fiddly, champions, but it is what it is. Rather than know than not know. Alright, champions, there's the bits and pieces removed and to be returned to the customer, or for him to dispose of, up to him. There's the parts we've removed and going to reuse all the new parts that we're putting in. Right, so all the eyelets are cleaned up, and in the interest of keeping the videos a little bit more bite-sized, I do look at the analytics from time to time, and I can see you've all got short friggin' ADD attention spans like all of us these days. The internet's ruined us. Delete the internet, please, tomorrow. I'll leave this one here, and then in the next video we'll show the finished product and do a couple of exciting little sound samples. Over the weekend I want to get my chops up. I want to start practicing more, play better for you guys. I've had so little time to do anything other than stick to the bench, so I need to find time. I need to make time to practice some stuff and learn some new stuff on the guitar, so you're not hearing the same old tired test riffs over and over again. Believe me, champions, it frustrates me as much as you to hear the same shit over and over again. So until then, be good to your mother or someone else's mother. Drink lots of water. You stay out of the heat, you guys in Europe, in the US. And don't let the bastards grind you down. Oh, Jesus.